Alright, well, I believe that I have my camera fixed. I found a bunch of things online of people having similar problems, and they said it is more than likely the SD card, and I've been running the same SD card in this camera for over 2 years, and it's been perfectly fine. So another forum said just make sure you have everything off the SD card that you want off of it, which I clear it every time I upload to make a video, and I put everything on the computer. I clear out the SD card anyway. But so I stuck it in the computer, I reformatted it. It took about 4 seconds, and I stuck it back in the camera, and I recorded for 10 minutes straight, and it never glitched or froze up one time. And it always did it within the first 3 minutes. The one time it did it, when I did a test on it yesterday afternoon, it did it within the first 47 seconds. So hopefully that has fixed the problem. It rained last night, but nothing seems too wet. I don't think we got very much rain at all. So I'm gonna go try to start mowing, and we'll see what happens. The first couple I gotta push mow anyway. But I was fresh out of gas in the dually and in my 3 5-gallon cans. So I just went and filled them up. And then I went in and told the guy, because I know the guy very well that works the gas station there. He's been there forever, and he's a good friend of the family. But I went in and told him, I said, I just filled up 3 5-gallon cans, and it read 18.14 gallons. So I think it's time to have your pumps recalibrated. They haven't been done since September of 2017, and it is currently August, I don't know, I think the 14th of 2018. So I think they do them once a year, I don't know. I thought they did them like every 6 months, but either way, they need to be done again. Whew, I'm not even working that hard. Push mowing a couple lawns and some trimming. Lawns this size. That one right there with the for sale sign. I showed you guys push mowing that before. The front and the back there. This is the lady that owns that one duplex I do on Fridays. When go back in the videos, you'll see I showed you I do the 3 in a row. Well, I used to. I had the 2 duplexes and then the house. The house sold this year for the first time in like 6 years. The guy that owns the duplex on the left didn't want me to do it anymore. He's doing it. Looks like hammered crap right now. He just does a horrible job. Cuts it like once every 3 weeks or once a month. And so I do the middle one that she owns, and she moved to Buffalo. This is Niagara Falls I'm in right now, and I see this week that she has hers for sale, which I am perfectly fine with, because I'm trying to stay in the 3 local towns that are right near me and get out of the city. I'm trying to weed out all my city properties. But this is what I mean about how it gets so freaking humid here. I'm gonna have to put my hat thing on. You guys have seen this in past videos. But you wet it down with water, put it on your head, and then put the hat on. But I'm not even that hot. Well, I don't feel that hot, but sweat is just pouring off me, and it keeps filling up my sunglasses. That's how humid and sticky it is out here. I'm only 2 lawns in, I'm soaked. That's what I meant about the humidity in my area. So I'm gonna put it on just to absorb the freaking sweat so it doesn't keep running in my eyes. But you know, some guys would say I'm whining and crying right now and I should just do my job. Alright, so here's the deal. I have this property that I've been saying for 6 years in a row, I ain't doing it next year. I ain't doing that property. It's a big pain in my butt. And I'll tell you why. I hear kids screaming. But anyway, this guy has this company that fertilizes it, and they fertilize it once a month, guaranteed, sometimes twice a month. Now you want to talk about major growth. If anybody watching this mows in the Northeast, Johnny from Johnny Mows will know what I'm talking about. Especially in the spring and the fall in my area, it's nothing for grass to grow 6-7 inches a week in between cuts. So I mean, it's a lot. You're really taking it down. So even when we get the droughts, it's the one lawn that I never stop cutting, and it always stays green, because he literally, it's just crazy the amount it grows. And you know, and I priced it right when I first started doing it years ago for the time I think I would be there. And I quickly learned that you know, it was just, I wasn't losing money. I was probably breaking even, and then certain weeks, you know, I wouldn't be doing too bad. And I was at the point where I was just like, you know, it's much faster, just bag this lawn. And I was bagging it because there's a spot I can dump on site sometimes. I can't bag there a lot. They, you know, they don't want me dumping there a lot. So sometimes I'd have to take it away, and it's just, I would empty on a normal cut on that property. I should empty my hopper twice, and that is that's with the on the walker with a 10.5 bushel hopper. Well, it's to the point where, you know, I empty it 5-6 times on this property. It's just a lot of extra work. I did raise his price at one time. I said, listen, you either need to cut the fertilizing back some, or we need to talk about your price. And he goes, no, I understand. He goes, I agree, the fertilizing should be taken back some, so I will you know, I will have the company reduce the amount of times it's being fertilized, and but you go ahead and raise my price anyway. So I did, and I raised it, and it's at a decent price now. But anyway, the point that I'm getting to in all of this is that, you know, last week I cut it down to like almost 2 3/4 and bagged it, and I emptied that hopper 6 times. I get there today and I cut it with the Walker B at 3 1/4 inches, and I had to double cut it. That's how much it grew, and we've barely gotten any rain. So, but the point is I was like, when I got there, I'm like, damn it. And I couldn't, you know, I could believe it. I'm like, look how tall it is again. This is crazy. So you guys know I've been wanting to get rid of the Walker B, and I was like, you know what, I'm just cutting it with the B. I'm not bagging this lawn. The piles I have there are huge. I don't feel like dumping it all in the back of the truck. I was like, I'm just cutting it with the B. I'll double cut it and I'll get out of here. It is what it is. And I think I kind of wanted the B to fail, and it didn't. And it didn't by any means. I would have to say that after that first cut at 3 1/4, I raised the deck to 3 1/2, went over it again, and a lot of parts I thought I was going to have to double cut. I didn't have to double cut at all, and it was all of 7 inches. And some parts I didn't have to double cut. I couldn't believe that the Walker broke it up like that and dispersed it like that. But the parts I did have to double cut, it easily all disappeared. That thing dispersed grass on that double cut better than any mower I've ever used. And I know the comments are coming, and man, I almost wanted it to fail, to prove that why I need to get rid of that mower. But I'm blown away. I am truly blown away with what that mower just did. Anyway, I should have filmed it and I didn't, but I just trimmed this one out, and so I'm gonna film this one.